guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Taylor here. So I'm going to stay consistent with these videos. Like, I've been super fucking consistent. I'm gonna stay consistent. We're gonna do this. But so yeah. So today I'm going to be doing a quick little story time on how I got super caught up at work one time. And I mean like super caught up, like super caught up. And it was low-key my fault, but at the same time. Okay, so basically I used to work at Journeys. It's a shoe store in the mall, and I worked there for like a pretty long time, like about 6 months, maybe 5 months, 6 months maybe. I worked there for a while. But basically, when I walked in there, like orientation, when I tell you, there were so many cute guys. Like, to begin with, they started dropping out and like quitting, but there were two cute guys, and we're gonna name them. We can name them Brody and Sander. Brody and Sander. First two names that popped in my head. So I walked in and I met Brody and Sander. Now Brody and Sander they were there for like a long time, and they were like super cute and like kind of like, I don't know, like Brody was like Hispanic and had like long curly hair and like wore it in the bun. Like, they were both Hispanic. And then Sander was like Hispanic too, with like short hair, and he wore like Doc Martens, and he was just like, you know, like somebody that would work at Journeys. So basically, I went, and I like, as I started working there, I started to notice that Sander would like really flirt with me, like flirt. And it was to the point where like in the like stock room or whatever, like he would try to like grab on me and stuff, and it's just like, can you stop? And I like wasn't interested, but then I started like to look at him, and I was like, oh my god, like he's actually kind of cute, like just a little bit. So I like started to like pursue him, and we started texting. So there was Sander and there was Brody. Now Brody was older. He was out of high school. He was in college. He was just like that guy, like that, like he was like he like smoked. He like smoked and was like super like, I don't give a fuck, and like just that type of guy, if you can get that picture with like the man bun and stuff. So like, he didn't pay me any mind, and I originally wanted Brody instead of Sander, but Brody didn't pay me any attention until Sander started paying me attention. Once Sander started to like look at me in that way, then I started to see that Brody started to look at me in that way, and it was like, oh my god, like I can't have both of them at the same time. Like, what's going on? So I used to like I said, I texted Sander, and yeah. So there's that. So then go over to Brody. Brody started to like flirt with me super hard, and when I tell you, like it was like a more of a like, what's up ma, like type of flirt, more like just like more like a grown man than like, he was like a grown man, he was like maybe 19, but like more of like a thing to him than Sander, you know, because Sander was like awkward, but it was like a cute awkward, I don't know, I guess. But basically, fast forward, this is when I got caught up. So this is around summer, right before I quit, because I started to work at a summer camp, and I will do some summer camp story times because I have a lot of them, of like the craziness that went down at the summer camp I worked at, but I can talk about that in a different story time. So right before I quit, Sander came up to me, and we would like talk, and we would like, you know, flirt and stuff because we had texted before. And so we're talking, and he went to the back, and then Brody came out from the back, and I don't know how we got on the topic of me turning 18, but basically Brody was like, oh my god, like when you turn 18, like I'm like gonna take you out, like yada yada yada, we're gonna like get a hotel room, if you know what I mean, like a nice ass hotel room, like yeah, like I'm gonna be your first, like reckless shit. So I'm like, okay, this nigga. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm about to start playing with him. So I was like, okay. And like, I didn't think that anything was gonna happen between us. I'm just like messing around. It's bored. The store is dead. There's nobody in there. So I'm like, okay. And literally, Sander came out. Keep in mind, Brody didn't know that me and Sander texted at all. Me and Sander had hung out a couple times, but that's about it. And he didn't know that me and Sander had texted. So Brody goes up to Sander in front of my face and literally goes, yo, Sander, I just told Taylor how I'm gonna like take her virginity when she turns 18. And she was like, okay. And I was like,
oh my God, did you just
tell this man that? And we're texting right now. I was like, oh my God. Sander like looked at me and he was like, oh, bet, like that's gonna happen. I was like, so now I'm like in the middle, like if I say no, that's not gonna happen, then Brody's gonna think that I'm dubbing him and that I'm lying, like I'm trying to lie. Then if I say yes, then Sander is gonna think that I'm like dubbing him and thinking that I'm going with Brody when I was really texting Sander to begin with. So I'm like, I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, so that's what's gonna happen. I was like, oh. And Brody was like, you said. I was like, oh my God. That's what I get for trying to sit here and go back and forth between two coworkers, knowing that something like this would have happened, and I didn't listen. So yeah, that's the end of my story. It was super embarrassing. I got out of it. I was just like, I mean, it was just a joke, you know how I like ran to the back and like it was so awkward, but I got out of it. It's not that deep. Like, I don't talk to Sandra or Brody anymore. I don't work at Journeys. I don't even go in that store. I don't think they work in the store either. So like, I'll probably never see them again. If I do, I'm dipping. It was so embarrassing. But yeah, that's the end of my quick little story time. I just want to upload something because like I'm bored and I feel like I look cute, so why not like upload a little story time. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps a lot. Subscribe. I just hit 100 subscribers. It took me so long to hit 100 subscribers because I was so inconsistent, and I feel like if I like kept my consistency up, like I would have so many more by now. So if you can please subscribe and share this video, that would help so much. I'm gonna do another story time, and it's gonna be a good one. My next story time, hold on, my phone. My next story time hopefully is about the time that I got played by a completely other football player, had his girlfriend try to come after me, almost tried to fight, like big whoop-de-doo. So if you guys want to hear that story time, please subscribe below, comment, share this video, at me on my social media. It's at Taylor the First One. I'll put it on the screen somewhere. And have a nice day, guys. Bye.